gameplays, some of the shots from some of these players, the accuracy, the heads-up gameplay. Jack, it's been insane. What do you think so far?
It's insane, Dr. Lupo. It is great to hear your voice, and I am so excited to be casting these final two games together for the Fortnite World Cup Finals duo competition. We are 2 games away from crowning our first ever Fortnite World Champions, who will win a combined $3 million US. That is a lot of money if you don't know how much US dollars is worth, because this is the World Cup, as you know. But Ben, I'm so excited.
It's insane. The $3 million for first place. It's not the only position on the leaderboard that takes home 7 figures. All 50 duos. Just 2 games. These last 2 could push any duo all the way up into the top. That top 10 taking a crazy amount of prizing home, Jack.
Yep. It is a life-changing amount of money, to say the least. As you know, people watching from around the world, millions and millions tuning in today. Use the hashtag Fortnite World Cup. I want to hear from you right now. Tweet Dr. Lupo, myself, Fortnite. Which region will come out on top? Will NA remain up top? Will EU surge back? You heard some of the Asia, Oceanic, Brazil region still trying to push on through. I think NA is going to do it. I really do.
It's anybody's game, to be quite honest, but it's interesting to see trends from the qualifiers of previous weeks. You know, the 10 that we had leading up to this moment. Some names that were stars then, stars yet again here, and that consistency is going to shine through in a big way as we go into late games. We've had some of the highest player count final circles that we've ever seen, ever. We've had a lot of aggressive gameplay from people at clutch moments. And that's not the end, Jack. We've got 2 games left, and Game 5 is ready to go, Jack.
Ladies and
what the hell?
This crowd has been incredible. The Art Crash Tennis Arena in New York City. Which region will...
Bitch.
it's known, you know, when you land on the southwest side of the map, if you don't land in, you know, an exact big area.
Can I take the screen off or no?
A lot around getting a baller, rotating on through, and just trying to, you know, pick up one chest here, loot one building here, and piece some things together. It's known how tough it can be, but Nyrox and Aqua firmly on their way. Let's shift our focus towards Neo tilted here. You see Mongol and Mitro, who so many times have been contesting here with Clicks and Skeptic. So some Clicks and Skeptic so far pretty quiet today.
4 duos though in tilted. Gonna be interesting to see who opts to take an early out. Maybe go for the ballers that spawn in that slipstream around the outside, or maybe get a little aggressive and push on another team that spawns in there. Potentially from an earlier game though, Skeptic hopefully learned his lesson. You don't want to L the camera necessarily too early.
Yep.
Love to see the confidence though. He's a very confident player, which does not surprise me. Extremely skilled for that kind of gameplay. You're going to see it from Skeptic on and off the stream and on and off the land here. Arthur Ashe Stadium, one of the coolest streams I think we've ever done this in.
Oh, incredible. It's you walk on through, you see all the tennis greats. You know, put up a poster of the winner of the Fortnite World Cup. Serena Williams, Sap and Zay.
Honestly, it would be incredible.
It would be. I think that sounds good to me. I think that, you know, people wouldn't be confused at all. But maybe it's the start of a great legacy here at this arena. But right now, you begin to point out.
Dude, I can't hear shit.
Every single game, 4 teams though, still in Neo tilted. When will the battles begin? 97 players left. Every duo still represented.
Crazy powerful loadout. You saw just 4 shadow bombs this early in the game. Are incredibly powerful going into late game, especially when you're patient as much as possible until just the right moment. You can shadow bomb out of almost granted the people that may see you rotate have a bit more accuracy, which honestly is typically the case.
Go ahead and look at Lucky landing right now. 2 teams currently here. This has been the case so far this game. Gustavox, 8. Let's see. The duo right there.
At this point, yeah, I was going to say, it looks like they're just opting to do a little bit of a split here. Just watching the opponents move around down below. They don't necessarily have to push this yet. You got a little bit of time before the storm starts to make a move here, so pressure is going to be applied before you know it. But a loadout like this, there's no shotgun in the inventory. They have the shockwaves to rotate if they need to, but those are oftentimes safe for late games. You can do it. It's an easy way to push through opponents' builds that are above you, as we've seen in previous matches countless times. Take the high ground without maybe being challenged. The only downside is you put yourself way out in the open. Players eliminated on the fly, literally. Shooting through the air, but shots left to see. Shots are behind. Sorry, Gustavo's
I can't fucking hear shit, dude.
The Shadow Bomb may or may not be enough. Right into the slip to try and sneak away. Run down in some previous builds. That's a quick pick off there from Forziar. Nowhere near.
And that's the second time we've seen that today. The player with the heavy sniper, they can see that the pyramid is being edited on through and peaked. So they immediately call that out. They time the shot alongside AR shots. Or that one, I believe it was actually shotguns. And Saf is eliminated before he can even build a single wall. As right now, it's Zayt all by himself. Now moving towards the northeastern side of the map near pressure plant. Mech Friend no longer there, but Nyx just took a ton of damage. Close by, I believe. Just get sniped? I think he got sniped.
He did. It's not quite a bit of a slurp minis. The campfire big there. You see he's waiting for the campfire to finish. So he can pop that slurp. Get back to 100, 100. Meanwhile, Airwax, Nikov owning the top of the ship here. Just taking shots at anybody that rotates. That high ground advantage, even early game. We look at it a lot. Late game. Yep. A lot of the build fights and late game rotations are capitalized by players that have the high ground. But even early game, high ground gets the ability to scout. Even Sean. Sean goes down. Aiden attempt to push on through and try and pick up the elimination on his opponent. Quinton inside the box there. Does knock the wall out. Picks up the materials.
Yep, I was going to say, I think that the teammate was not. So it is a 1 versus 1 in this fight. Aiden at max HP, gets the high ground for the moment. Quinton, absolutely the health disadvantage. Aiden most likely knows this, continues to push for this elimination, wants to clean this up as quickly as possible. I don't think Quinton has any traps to be used right here, doesn't appear so as of right now. That edit was just missed by Quinton as he tried to go push back up to the high ground. Just get above. Aiden pushes on in, spraying. Unfortunately not. That takes 44 damage right there. Quinton, a masterful fight so far. Aiden's health advantage now gone as they're about 15 HP between each other. But just how good they are right there.
Quinton stuck all the way. 100 HP. Aiden and Quinton in a little standoff here, a back and forth of epic proportions. Quinton just a little bit of pressure. You got up above. Quinton trying to watch for that, holding that pyramid edit. The peak tries to catch himself up inside the pyramid by resetting. Can't quite do it. Does fight for high ground. Aiden on controller. Don't forget that. One of the best controller players we've ever seen. 101 HP remaining. These inside the box fights. Combat or who can own a wall. The back and forth is insane. And the top down view. Can't quite get that pyramid edit. Gets caught in his own door.
Did he miss? Yeah, I think he missed the edit out. Did wind up building a door, and Quinton makes it back in time to grab the reboot card. So Aiden and Sean go down to fight in game number 5. 74 players remain. Storm Surge still currently in play. Taking Saf far above it. 385 damage above. Shouldn't really have to worry about that too much. As Zayt is in another skirmish right here. Dr. Lupo not providing the chunk flashes to get that health up.
An interesting note here, you see Zayt taking single swings the wall that he doesn't own. He's attempting to bait the player from taking a heal. Disengage from he can basically force the fight. He doesn't want them to get any of that HP.
You got the floor.
Shield.
And he already had that wall!
Oh my gosh, and Tux goes down, one angle shot.
And that right there is Zayt baiting his opponent into making that exact play was why Zayt has remained one of the best players in competitive Fortnite from the very early days. He replaced the first wall before that fight even began. Then he moved towards his opponent, shot out the floor to push him towards the wall he already replaced. And once he did that, once the player ran and thought he was safe, he quickly hops on up, edits his own wall that he placed earlier, and gets the free elimination. It's one of those plays that separates Zayt from the millions of other players that play Fortnite.
There's a reason they won that first game, Jack. It's going to show through and through throughout all these matches. Ziff is called on your screen here. Game 5. 2 matches remaining.
The very easternmost zone, Dr. Lupo. So you're looking at it right now. Lonely Lodge will narrowly be in play. Outside of that, just the drone ship from up above.
The right side of your screen, don't get the format for these. Oh, Quinn goes down.
I think he got caught with his build still in his hand. He wasn't expecting it.
See the blueprint out. You hate to see that. the victory royale worth 10 points. Top 5 is 7. Top 10 is 5. Top 15 gets you 3. And every elimination, that single point, and every elimination so valuable in 6 matches. We're not looking at the same 10 that we saw in the qualifying weeks. You have only the 6, but it's a guaranteed 6. You have to take advantage of every elim you can. You can't keep the leaderboard like Sundown did earlier. 17 points at that time spread first to 10th place.
Yep. Here the fights continue. Tyler 15 and Lanane in an awkward position right now as Tyler 15 has gone down and there's pressure from both sides. And you've got to think these players know exactly where they are and that's what they're going to do. Already 4 eliminations between 4ZR as well as Noward, and they're trying to get this wall replaced. They've got one. Did he get the pyramid as well? I can't tell as of right now.
Interesting note about Tyler 15 and Lanane. They had planned to run just the first qualifier, week 2 together. And if they did not qualify for the World Cup, they agreed that they were going to try and hook up with their normal duos.
Yep.
And lo and behold, they qualified for the World Cup. So here they are. They have not spent a whole lot of time together. And it's amazing to say that because the cohesion between those two, oftentimes when we watch them, they're on top of each other's game the entire time.
Yep. And that's why they've made it this far. 65 players left. The next storm surge could be happening soon. You see the shockwave grenades used as Crims right now eats a rocket to the face, down to just 79 HP. Thankfully, if you're a Crims fan, he does have 5 minis to pop, 2 big shields. I'm sure Spades. Oh no, Spades is full health, so I was going to say, I'm sure Spades, if he needs some shields,
they are good to go. They are good to go.
Spades, Spades just needed more AR ammo to keep shooting, Dr. Lupo.
Exactly. Hold down that left click and see what you can get. Especially in situations like this, we even saw that kind of thing happen in the Pro-Am. I think Tim the Tatman faced attacks from multiple sides while in the box.
It happens.
A number of players know how that feels, and so the ammunition does get chewed through quite quickly.
Absolutely is. You see where all these players are stacked up. Rope DW and Blue T taking over that main lodge right now. Sid's Lucky. Don't see the duo anywhere, so Sid's Lucky might be all by himself at the moment. 62 players left. Zayt, remember, by himself. Saf did get cut down earlier on, and it looks like Vinny also all alone. Maybe Zexor dropped earlier on in this game too.
Going into these late games, Jack, especially when we're on the second to last, pressure is at an all-time high for some of these players, especially the ones that have never experienced a LAN event like this, and this is the biggest one that Fortnite has ever had. Do you think they're going to be able to capitalize on that, take advantage of their own nerves, and use that to climb the leaderboard?
I mean,
or is it going to get the best of them?
I'm just really, I can't even speak from experience on this. I mean, yeah, sure, I played at a few pro-ams, and sure outplaced you, Tim, Ninja, well, basically everyone yesterday as I got top 8, and that was an incredible performance that I'm truly proud of.
Jack, you outplaced us in both winnings and wake.
But as we take a look at this again, I actually forget what I was going for this because I was complimenting myself so much. But Nate Hill, 2 players who had a very quiet day so far, 4 points up to this game. They've matched that in this one alone. They're at 8 overall, and well, that's what we're talking about. With the shield broken, the entire lobby has decided you are the player we're going to shoot at. And Nate Hill is burning through material. This is looking like it's going to end right here for this FaZe Clan duo. Nate trying to make it through. Just a frantic flint knock shot. At that point, it's desperation. 6 total builds, no healing, only 34 HP.
Imagine if Nate had caught. Wait.
Did tag him. And no.
Dots from the other side. He's caught between multiple teams. Players rotating into the zone. Players that were originally taking shots. A tough break there in Game 5 for Nate Hill and Funk Bomb.
Keenstar and Hunter do wind up finishing off that elimination with the help of Serpent and crew. 57 players left now. This zone, man, is in the middle of basically a forest, but most trees are now gone. I'm looking at the minimap right now. This is a pretty central zone where everything's remaining, so players on the outside will need to move in from all areas. The zone pushing forward. Nitro and Mongol, a quiet game so far. 0 eliminations up to this point. The question remains, will EU climb up into the top 3? They're just on the outside right now. I know this is NA home turf, but I know the hundreds of thousands of European members of the Fortnite community are out there rooting for duos like Mongol and Mitro to pop on up. And unfortunately, when I mentioned EU duos, I just saw Benji Fishy and Mr. Savage go down to the duo of Arkram and Falcon. A team also in the top 6.
Yes. Game still remaining. This circle, a east-southeast push. This is the 50-50 where you're going to see a number of players sit inside the next safe zone and take advantage of that ability to watch people rotate in. That's where a lot of the eliminations mid-game happen, is people trying to get into the next position. And players like Mongrel, Mitro, they are in spots to take advantage of that. That being said, Ronaldo does take out Mitro, and the lead picks up that elimination for the duo. 28 duos remaining. We're not even close to placement points yet. That happens at 15, Jack.
Yeah, and Mongrel knows this. When you look at his inventory right now, no combat shotgun, still this epic tactical shotgun, quite good. The big question for me, 2 shadow bombs, all the movement, how exactly does he play this? Mongrel looking for an elimination, shot comes on in, does get a small little shield tag, not too much to begin to push that. Good job at least getting up this layer of height. Remember, it's so tough in elevation here when there's so many builds. Bottom right of the screen, another solo still remaining. It's Zayd, who still has, I believe, shadow bombs left, Dr. Rico, to make plays in the late game.
Two of the biggest players we've watched thus far. A lot of people just wanting to see how things are going to play out. Mongrel holding this head, and he's waiting for that opportunity to pop up with that purple tag. So you can do enough damage to pick up an elimination, or at least a knock, especially as we get into the circles where movement of the entire zone is going to happen. A knock will translate into a full elimination. The siphon will kick in, the HP or shield. Those last second healings before things start to move, those are huge. They give you that little boost you might need to engage with the fight on the move. Falconer, Arkham is sitting in a great spot right now. Kind of smack dab in the middle of the current safe zone. We've got 21 seconds before the circle starts to move.
I mean, I feel like this duo hasn't been spoken about a ton so far today. They're currently top 5, Dr. Lupo. In another place where, incredible play. Yeah, they can absolutely make some noise right here in this one if they can finish strong. Remember, other teams in the top 5, they'll still have representation. Zayd still in this one. Falconer and Arkham. Arkham white at the moment, though. 27 minutes left. Keeping in mind this game, it's top 15, and they're going to go ahead and shockwave across. They both use one shockwave together, and now the push begins. Falconer rolling into only 7 total builds left. He's got to follow up his teammate, and that's a great recovery by this duo. The battle begins now. Last game, already back on height, and high ground has been the key to victory so far today.
Just underneath the airwax, the back-to-back pro-am. Previous game winner sitting all the way up on top. Sees Elevate rotating across the very front of the circle. You see players flying across the current safe zone. The shockwave grenades so key in movement late game right now in the current meta. Players on bottom fighting it out. Only a few ballers left in play right now, and they're most likely, if not already, going to be eliminated.
19 duos left.
Aqua on the top. He'll come float back down here in just a second.
Battle's still going. Forward as of yet. You got to elevate the C still on the low ground. Punisher there as well. Mongrel still making plays happen without any movement items left. We are 1 away from placement points being earned, and there it is. We are now on our top 15.
Zayd getting caught off guard from behind. Nate drops in.
He wound up dropping in 16th.
It's just outside of placement points.
Zayd and Saf will not earn placement points this game. The lobby beginning to drop like flies, and look on the high ground still, folks. It's Nyrox and Aqua setting themselves up for a great spot at the end of this game. 2 players still left in ballers. Somehow, Mongrel is up. It goes down right there. 11 players left.
Still Aqua and Nyrox. They have absolute ownership of everything underneath them. So long as they stay on top of the material count, they don't get overzealous with those builds. You have to save those, because right now there's nothing left unless you pick it up from a